We'll be spotlighting Kruti Shah. Kruti is a global mindset coach. So you can imagine, Wumi has just brought us into this. Kruti will probably dig deep and tell us how to work on your mind. I'm not going to do her job for her because I mean, she's the expert here, but do we see how everything is linking up? Do we see? So Kruti Shah is a distinguished global mindset coach, specializing in image, etiquette, and communication. Her primary focus lies in empowering passionate entrepreneurs and executives, elevating their presence and leadership capabilities. Kruti's expertise spans across various domains, including dress for success, modern etiquette, communication, proficiency, body language, and leadership aligned with international standards. I'm sure this is what they call international best practice when it comes to presenting ourselves. Throughout her career, Kruti has collaborated with esteemed clients such as Titan Pharma, IT Matic, Danone India, DBS Bank, Allianz Insurance, Minkerville India, Quizlex, and other prominent entities. Wow, I don't even know where to start from. Kruti's notable achievements include her certification as a licensed global mindset trainer from Protocol Today Academy in the Netherlands. She notably represented India at the World Image and Etiquette Forum, FMPCI, in Argentina in May 2021, where she trained executives from over 20 countries. Her global reach extends to having trained over 1,000 executives. Take hold of those numbers, though. Over 1,000 executives and mentored more than 25 high-profile CEOs, assisting them in enhancing their charisma and leadership magnetism. In addition to her coaching and training endeavors, Kruti Shah has established herself as an, excuse me, this is bad, as an esteemed international speaker representing India at various forums. She also contributes valuable insights to a globally renowned mindset magazine.
Thank you.
Welcome,
Thank you.
Kruti Shah. I think I need my water now.
Yes, please, please. Thank you very much for that introduction, Chinwe. And thank you, Nola, for having me again. This is wonderful to appear with you on your shows, on your the way you organize it. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Kruti, and I love your sari.
Oh yeah, thank you. I thought I'll wear sari today. Thank you. It's a great platform. We are celebrating women, and in India, it's great. It's our native, so I love to wear that. And thank you, Lady Wumi. I totally I'm in sync with your speech. I especially loved. It's not gonna sit on your lap. We all have to work towards finding ourselves. Thank you very much for this opportunity. I'm so glad I'm here. Nola and Sandra and your entire team is doing really wonderful. Thank you very much for organizing this.
Thank you, Kruti. You're welcome.
And I love the topic today, global collaboration as well as networking. I want to start with a short story. And I want you to, all of you, listen to it. And in the end, I'm going to ask you a question. What is the moral that you derived from this story? And the story is something that belongs to me through my childhood. I was about 8 or 9 years old, and we had a guest speaker in our school, the local Swamiji from the local temple. And his speech goes like this. So he said there was a boy from a nearby village, the village named Lakundi. And he had a passion to study. So in a village, he finished his school and he came to a higher school to my town where I belong from. That is a smaller town in North Karnataka, that is in South India. So he comes to Gadag, it's a slightly bigger town, and finishes his higher secondary school. And after finishing his higher secondary school, he was asked, "Where did you come from?" He said, "I come from nearby village named Lakundi." After finishing his higher secondary, he went to a nearby city where he finished his 12th standard, is what we call, or the pre-college admission, the 2 years. So there people asked him, "Where did you come from?" He said, "I come from the nearby town and not the village," because people don't know village. So people will resonate to the town. So he said, "I come from the nearby town called Gadag." And then after finishing his pre-university college, he goes to the degree college or the graduation college. And there, that is in a city of bigger city called Dharwad at the university. And there he says, "I come from the nearby city." From the Hubli Dharwad, he goes to Bangalore to finish his post-graduation. And in Bangalore, people ask him, "Where did you come from?" And then he says, "I come from a place, a city that is in North Karnataka." From Bangalore, he got a job and he went to New Delhi. He did his internship in New Delhi. He was studying aerospace and astronaut to become an astronaut. So he went to Delhi to finish his first internship. And during his internship, he gets selected at NASA. So from New Delhi, he goes to NASA to finish his first job as an astronomer at the early stage of his career. And people ask him, "Where do you come from?" And he says, "I come from India." And that's what people recognize over there. And then the life takes him to space and to different planet. And then what happens? And then what happens is in the transit, when he reaches the new planet through NASA, it's a life-changing moment for him because after finishing his research and all at the new planet, his spacecraft malfunctions, and then he has nothing else to do. So he thinks only and only if he could find another human being and say where he came from. So what do you think should be the moral that we can derive from this little story? Quickly, could you please type into the chat box so I can see what all answers I can get from here today. If only we could find another human on another planet. Anybody? I don't see any. Be open, Chinwei. Okay. Tell people what they relate to. Uh-huh. Yes. Very good. Thank you, Rebecca. Any more else quickly? A little bit. He is optimistic. Yes. Yes, Ifoma. Yes. So we are deriving so many morals today. Acceptance. Yes, nice bike. Yes, be open. Always be better for a higher version of each time. Yes, so what I derive from this story is networking and collaboration is our innate human nature, and we are social being and we cannot live alone, and we should be thinking beyond just who we are as an Indian or an African or just an American. We should be really thinking beyond that, just that our existence belongs to just one planet, and hence networking, collaboration, global mindset will bring us more near so that we can work together for our all betterment. We are all rooted to this beautiful planet, is what I wanted to tell, and I'm open for questions now.
That was brief, concise, and to the point. Thank you, Kruti. So, ladies and gentlemen, Kruti is here to tell us about how we can collaborate for growth, and we should not do life alone. So, a few questions. In a digital age where networking occurs just like this one now, both online and offline, how can individuals strike a balance, between these mediums to actually cultivate meaningful connections and collaborations? It's not just, we've had a chat. Beyond this, how can we connect and really make it matter? Thank you.
Yes, Chinwe, thank you for that question. We should be really be thankful to this digital era, which has made so many things possible that we are able to connect right now. Here in Mumbai, it's 12 a.m., 12:30 a.m. in the midnight morning, 12:30. And elsewhere it is evening, elsewhere it's morning, elsewhere it is some other time zone. And we are still connected through this digital era because we are able to see each other, hear each other, understand each other, because we are able to see and express our emotions and thoughts. So that's the part of visibility. So being visible, being talking that you are there from the other part of the world, talking that we are doing this women conference for the betterment of women and our society. The visibility part plays very important role. So that is the number one part of that. And then once we have worked on creating visibility, connecting with people, we move on to the next level, that is credibility part. So how we created this credibility, people have known, at least Nola has created 3-4 times what I know. Since we know each other, our relationship has since grown. I think during COVID we hosted the first international seminar for women, and since then our friendship has grown, although we have never really met. And now I'm really looking forward to meet Nola someday. Imagine, we never met each other before. We are from the two different parts of the world. Very rare possibilities that we could ever meet if there was no COVID, or if there was no online era, online digital platform. Very rare. But today we are good friends. We work towards helping each other, and I'm here, and that's the proof that visibility to credibility, and that leads to profitability. When I say profitability, it's not always what you're looking for, what you are always in to look for, what you're looking for, but also what value do you create for each other. That's the intention that comes into play. And yeah, so our friendship, this is a great example how our friendship has grown. And not just this, I can give plenty of such examples how digital era, meeting online and then you meet offline, there is a difference. The credibility that has already been established, and your relationship can really grow to a next level where a lot of people can benefit from it.
Thank you very much, Kruti. You actually have touched on the second question, which is, could you share an example from your own experience where a collaborative effort or a network of connections significantly contributed to personal or professional growth? So the next side of that question would be, what key principles or strategies did you prioritize, and what lessons can we draw from that experience? I mean, if you could just elaborate a little more, that would be great.
Oh, yes. So it is all, Chinwe, it's all in the mindset. The global mindset is all, it's the term global, it's the term mindset. So it's all in the mind. How you network, what is your intentions to network? Is that value driven? Is that principle driven? Is that something that you're looking for long term and not transactional? People can see the duplicity, but they may not express it, they may not tell you, but it's visible. What is whether you are passionate about networking and create a value out of it,
Yeah.
it is visible. Maybe once or twice you make an appearance, but then over the time of the period, the intentions become clear to people. That is one part of it. Secondly, be open-minded. We come from a different parts of the world where our habits are different, our eating habit is different, our talking language is different, the way we dress up is different, our food habits, our belief system can be different. There's so many things that we are different at. But
Yeah.
what do we look for in it? Are we looking at differences?
Or how to
For
make
what?
things work. Yeah, exactly.
For what are we
Beautiful.
looking at differences? But
Beautiful.
the differences we should be looking at to acknowledge it. Acknowledge that I am different. Acknowledge that if other person is different, I am also different.
Yeah.
But we have gathered here for a common cause.
Nice. Beautiful way to put it. So before I go on to the next question, I think this time I should take a question from the chat box. How do people develop a healthy network without appearing opportunistic?
Oh, that's a very, very thoughtful question and a must ask, I would say. How can you create that again, that is in a mindset. So I will tell you my own example. I have worked in several companies. I grew by hard work and all that. That's fine because everybody does hard work. That's nothing big deal. But my life changed. My own life changed when I had a shift in my own mindset. That networking, and if you really have to grow, if you really have to find that purpose of why that intentional networking is, that little shift that gave in my mind changed my life. And since then I have grown from here, where I was just lingering here, to here. And that formula will work on everybody, whoever applies. The intentions behind your work, networking is what? It's not mere transaction. What benefit are you looking at? No, no, it's ask questions. Get into a habit
Yeah.
of
Yes.
asking right questions to people. What is that I bring to the table? How will you benefit from me? Or rather, I will ask you a question like, what can I do for you? Where can I add value? Where can I connect you to right people from my network, which can benefit you?
Yeah. That's beautiful. It
And
just, okay, no, go on, finish.
yeah,
Go ahead.
and that intention is comes back by tenfold in abundance way. And
Fantastic.
that has changed my life. And since then I have seen personal growth and success in my own career. So this is my personal experience. It's be open-minded and ask questions like, how can I help you? What value can you add to other people? Ask questions where I can connect you to my contact sphere and we grow together.
Thank you very much, Kruti. There's one more question, but before I get that, I just want to pick on what you said. Ask how you can help. It kind of reminds me of, the past, which Marianne said yesterday, that sometimes you go back to the old values. So I remember when you pick up the phone, then as a banker, if you're in customer care, or even when people call, you pick up and say, hello, good afternoon. This is, you mention your name and the institution. How can I help? What can I do for you? So most times I think it has, from what you're saying, it automatically trains the mind to be in a position to want to give something of value. So what you have said today is We are social beings. We should have a global mindset. Network allows us to be visible, be out there. But even while we are out there, we should have a mindset of abundance, not just take. You also want to give. You want to add value to people. You've also said that we are diverse human beings, but we should not look at our differences as we should try and close the gap by saying we're different, but we're here together for the same purpose. So that brings us to the next question. What strategies or practices do you recommend for individuals seeking to define their true identity and that's not you. In what ways can intentional networking go beyond mere transactional relationships and evolve into mutually beneficial partnerships that foster continuous growth for all involved parties? Are there specific mindsets or habits for this? You've already mentioned a few, but are there a few more we should know? Thank you.
Yes. So, number one is ask the right questions, like what you bring to the table, what you can do for the community, what you can do to build a strong and powerful network. Number two is think long term, not just transactional. Think long, building on long term relationships. Stay in touch with people, ask their well being. Talk about each other's cultures, talk on common grounds, and think long term. That is the major key to networking successfully. And what is collaboration? And there is I can also give you another example. Um, well, I heavily network around the globe. Uh, that's how Nola and we have met. And there are so many image consultants around the world whom I every day interact with. And do you think another image consultant is an competitor, or there's an opportunity to collaborate?
Beautiful. Thank you so, so much. So ask the right questions. What can you bring to the table? Think long term. Stay in touch with people. Think complementary, not competitive. Fantastic. Thank you so much, Kruti. This has been a beautiful, quick and brief, concise mindset of abundance and willingness to share session that we have had with you. Thank you so, so much.